Hi, welcome to Diego Farm Life. He's today cutting the barley. Just cut a field of oats, 2 fields of wheat, and now this is the second field of barley that's being cut. So getting the harvest done and then they're finished. With a little John Deere combine, as you can see, it's busy, ongoing. A T560i combine, cutting the barley. Odd camera angles, watching the barley go in, through the rotor, into the auger, into the rollers, and up inside of the combine, where the grain is separated from the chaff, and the chaff is thrown out the back into neat rows, which are then subsequently baled up to use for bedding for the cows, or sheep, or horses, or whatever. Although the terrain on this farm is not exactly flat, it's not exactly steep either, so it's nice and ideal for farm action. The combine came with the farm. It's a smallish combine, ideal for purpose on this farm. That's better. It's a bit quieter in the cab, and we can see the worker here running the combine. Hence you'll soon need emptying, so we'll just pop over to the trailer. And we got a little Massey Ferguson on the trailer, which struggles. It does struggle to pull this trailer, but I'm not gonna lie, he gets the job done. Needs must and everything. All the other tractors were busy, so there's just this one left to pull the trailer today. So we'll see how he gets on. We might have to trade him in at some point for a bigger tractor, but as you can see, money's low. We've got to get this harvest done, get it in, and after the harvest we might be able to afford to change this little tractor to a bit bigger one. So we'll try and get behind him now and load on the move, I think, if we can. Trouble is, the tractor can't keep up with him, so we're going to have to block him in at the end so he can't turn. And if we block him, he can't turn, so then he'll empty out into the trailer. And we should empty him out pretty quickly, then we can go and empty the trailer out so the tractor pulls it a bit easier. Hopefully we should fit most of what's in the tank in here before the trailer fills. There we go, 98%, that's not bad going, so we'll take this in and empty it now. All the way down. All the way down here, down through the side. As you would in general life or a real farm situation. And hopefully we can navigate our way back to the small farm at the bottom of this lane to unload the grain and go back for another load. So we go down the lane and take a left and a right, and we should be in the yard. We can empty out here. There we go. Jobs are good. Nice empty trailer. Off we go. We're supposed to be able to get 50k out of this, but I can't see it really pulling this trailer. Up through the lane back to the field. Down the lane. And back. Now we're empty. We should be able to go back and park up and keep an eye on what he's doing. Yeah, he's not doing badly. He's still not anywhere past 40%, so that's good. Well, good in some respects, bad in other respects, because that shows a poor yield from this field. So considering we've just taken this field on, it's not bad going, so I'll take that for now. Very noisy combine this. It's V8 engine. There's 42 kilometers an hour on the road, which is good, gives us extra speed. And it's also John Deere, which is my favorite. Always, if you cut an end flail, you'll get enough room to turn around. And on this map there's logs in the hedge which you can get caught on and subsequently mess you up, so you have to be a bit wary of it. And yeah, very slow going this. The usual harvest. As on this map, you can't get around very easily with a smaller vehicle. We're up at 60%, as you can see on there. Hopefully we got enough to change the tractor over, so we'll soon see. Let's see if we've got how much crops we got at the end of this and how many loads of what we've got. And away we go. Another pass. down over. Slowly watch this one go along, and we'll whip over and check on the other stuff. Take the baler across. We can get rid of some of this straw that's in the way. A little old antique International with a fast bale on it, and it flips the bales on its side so they can no longer roll off down over the hills where you have to chase after them or stop them or indeed lose them forever. So we're now baling the oat straw, but we seem to be leaving bits behind here, so we're going to have to go back and grab those little bits. So we just try and get these little bits of straw that's left over here on the ends. And as you can see, we got an extra wide pickup so we can gather anything around it. And it does gather quite widely, and I don't understand why on certain parts of the field this actually leaves bits behind. I still haven't fathomed that bit out yet, but there we go. If we can get all these round baled up, we can use them and subsequently get shot of it later on. Sell it or use it or whatever we need to do. But the problem is with this low yield that we're getting, we need every pound we can get to build that tally up the top. So we do whatever it takes to make the money, and we can't afford to be leaving straw like this. I don't understand it. Why is it playing up like this? I've never ever had this issue with this baler that you have to drive slower than you should have to. I mean, obviously it could be a dip in the ground, it could be anything, but there's something not quite right there. Oh, the combine's full up, so we have to leave this for a sec. And then we go back to the baler, turn on the baler, and off we go again. And as you can see in the distance, we've baled one field. We haven't exactly baled all of it yet, so it's going to take a minute or two to bale all this and indeed collect it all up. So it's always good on harvest. It means you're going to get money. Back down through the road, and again we're leaving stuff. What is this? It's not right, man. That's not right. And back down the other way. Turn off the baler and off to the next. So that's 19 bales so far. It's not bad going, really. On to the next field. And as you can see, this is starting to leave bits. I don't understand. This is supposed to cope with the high speed, which is the whole reason you get the high speed one. But actually, I usually use the next one down but I've gone for the high speed so I can catch up. But obviously there's some issue with this that is glitching or not working correctly, because it shouldn't be leaving bits behind. So I'm having to drive at the slow high-speed bale rate to catch everything, otherwise it's not going to pick it up. And go back around and pick up all the little bits, because you can't afford to be leaving bits. As you can see, there's only 4 bales out in that other field. That's not a good return, really, but there we go. Hi, ECF Gaming. Nice to meet you. And back the other way, we're just going to try and get as many bales as we can, because I've just started this map and I want to get that money built up to a decent amount so I can change at least one of the tractors, because the tractors that come with this map are pretty shocking, to be honest. But this is a small tractor map, so you really don't have a choice. But this baler is really giving me issues today. If you drive at full speed, it leaves bits behind. It's not working good. This is the high speed baler. I usually use the high speed baler, which I have no issues with, but this one is just leaving bits. If I drive flat out, so I can't bale at high speed, I can't drive at full speed, or it will just leave bits. So yeah, that's the problem so far. So yeah, it's always nice to do some baling. And turn off the baler and head out there and see if the combine's finished. Here we go. Oh, he's left bits. There we go. Dumb worker. Right, so we can now leave this and go and finish up for the idiot number one. You just tidy up the headlands. I mean, I should really go the same way, but what the heck. And down over the hill we go. Get that little bit at the bottom. We can't afford to be leaving bits because we're a little bit in debt starting out, borrowing money from the bank to purchase certain bits of machinery and indeed lease a baler. So because the base game baler that came with it wasn't really an issue, I didn't want to be reversing and stopping and everything else. I just wanted the continuous baling, which is really good, to be fair, when it's working correctly. So yes, just finish up these last few bits and we can empty in the trailer. And at the end of it, we can see how much money we make from the harvest. So, yeah. And we have it. That's all the grain brought in. There's just some corn to do shortly. But at the moment, we're just clearing the barley and the wheat. Oh. It's not quite right. There we go. Clearing the barley and the wheat. Get that done. The corn should soon be ready to harvest. But at the moment we've got grass to harvest straight after this, so I swear to park this out the way because we got to bale this in a second. He won't be needed for a little bit, so we'll park him in the hedge. He'll hide there like they do with all John Deeres. When they break down, they park him in the hedge because they blend in. That's what they tell me anyway. People who hate John Deeres tell me that all the time. They drive him in the hedge, can't see him, out of sight, out of mind. I disagree because I like to see John Deeres. I love them. So back to the farm we go. All the way down. Oh, no, that's not good. Too much weight for this tractor, it's not good. That's a bit of a worry. That means the tractor's too small for the trailer. The trailer's pushing the tractor on. Never a good idea to overload the weight limit of your tractor because then you're going to ask for trouble and there are accidents or things, so always drive safely. Hence, I've got to make the money to change this tractor now because it's not big enough. So at this point, we're in a bit of predicament that we have to have something to pick up the bales, but there's not really the money to pay for it right now. So I guess we're going to have to either lease it or something to get the bales in, or to the shop at least, because at the minute this old boy, unless we sell the tractor of course, which is doing the baling, but that's not really going to save me any money. Oh, I could say sell the truck, I guess, because I'm not going to be using that anytime soon. So let's get this baled up. see if this baler works properly in this field. Let's try flat out, down through here. Ooh. No, he's left a bit again. Ah, that's not good. Why is he leaving bits? That's terrible. Like I said, I have to keep going back and picking up. It's not just odd bits. I mean, on some rounds, he's leaving the whole lot. So that's just not great news for me. It's handy when you can pick up 2 rows at once. That's really good. Because you get more bales at a time. Get the field done quicker. Brilliant. That's good. Brilliant idea, that pickup. And it's good that I could drive that one flat out, but you kind of worry when you're going along and you're leaving loads behind. That's not good. I don't understand what's going on with it. It seems to be working not too bad out here. But in the last 2 fields it was leaving loads behind, and having to do it twice doesn't really float my boat. Back the other way, always miss one, go back on it, and then come back on the other side. Quick to go, easy to turn, job done. Round we go, and back the other way. Up and back. Always works. It's a good ethos to get the job done. And back the other way. Miss one and back again. There he goes, leaving it behind again. And hence you have to do it twice. That sucks. And does he pick it on the second swipe, or does he leave any behind? No, he's got most of it. It's good, it's good. It always sucks when it does that, but oh well, can't have everything, can you? It's not really high speed anymore, because if you got to go back over it twice, I wouldn't say that's high speed. But I do love this little tractor. Mean machine. Old Classic International, you can't beat them. Old workhorses. Keep going, they'll go on forever, they will. And keep going and going and going and going. Hence the grounds aren't exactly level on this map, but it's nice. It's more realistic like this, you know. All fields aren't just flat unless you're in the United States or somewhere on the plains, you know, where it's flat and just goes on for miles and miles and miles. In the UK, this is probably typical English field, apart from leaving bits behind like this again. I don't really want to drop the bale yet because I got to go back again. That sucks. So we go back and we'll get the bits this time. There we go. This is typical of this baler. I don't know what's going on with it, but it ain't right. I think in real life, if I hadn't leased this thing, I would have sent it back by now. Oh, you suck. And there we go, 2 times in a row. I don't know what's going on with it today, but it's just not having it. It doesn't like it. So I'm going to have to drive like half the speed, which then again makes me think, why did I bother getting the high speed one? I may as well have just gone for the high speed one, which is where you drive at this speed anyway. So it works to a point, but this is not really worth paying the extra money for the high speed, because it's just not working correctly. But at least we got more bales out here, so we know the yield was good. So we bale this up. And get that bit missed in the corner. We can't afford to leave that. And we're almost there on this one. We got one more field left to bale after this. Then I'm hoping that try and sell some of the produce, try and change one of the tractors, and then maybe I might forage the corn rather than combining it, or I might combine it and sell the corn, but we don't know yet. So that's just the way it is. So we get this done. And back again. I do like this bale spinning idea. It stops the bales rolling away. 36 bales. That's another thing I like about this baler. It's got a bale counter on it. None of the others do, apart from the two quick balers like this. Worth its weight in gold, because you know how many bales you've done, how many you got. You can roughly work out what you're going to make from them if you take them and sell them. It really is good. And obviously I got a few fields of grass to cut and bale. I need to get that done now as well, because obviously there's 2 days on this month. So I have got a bit of time to spare and play around with, but I never like leaving it till the last day, because you're rushing around like a lunatic trying to get it all done, and that's not good. So get this last one done. Try and get all this done down through here quick as possible. And yeah, I'm loving this. I'd be interested to know if anybody out there's got the Vermeer pack and how good that is. If you could leave a comment and let me know what it's like, because I haven't as yet tested it. But I do love this baler. It's good to a degree. It's good when it's not faulty. It's a lot better than the standard one where you got to keep stopping and reversing, and it's a nightmare. It's just keep driving, and it's just I didn't really do a lot of ground baling before this baler came along, so yeah, it's really made me change my stance from big squares to rounds, which I never thought I would even look at. So a big thank you and a big shout out to whoever created this, because it's a lifesaver when it works correctly. But whoever created this International, you're a hero, because I use it all the time now on every map. Just love it. I don't know why. It's just there's something about a classic tractor that just really It's more fun than driving the modern ones. And yeah, get this wrapped up. That'll be most of it. Then well, then I've got to start working on the farm once I get money, so got to improve it slightly because there's no animals, there's nothing really, so I don't really need straw. I could sell all this, make some money to start with. I don't really need the straw to use for anything, so I think the best thing is to sell it for now and make some more next time and retill these fields to corn so that we can get straw the next time when I've got animals, so we can go from there then and get that little bit up there. Well, we're at 40, nearly 43 bales so far, so that's not a bad output for these tiny little fields. I wasn't expecting masses, but this field's doing well considering one of the fields, roughly the same size, only gave me 4 bales, so that's really not impressive. Although I'm putting a lot more litres in a bale here, so that probably would explain that situation, but I always like to see more than 4 bales. That's not good in my eyes, so and all the way back down, get all the long work done. Really, I should have done the short work first, but I've left that to last. Obviously this video's been slightly different from the last. Yeah, slightly different map. Changed the narrative of this video to kind of explanation more than, and testing more than role play or whatever. This is kind of more exploratory at the moment, testing things and seeing how they work and seeing if they do work and do what they say they're gonna do. And at the moment, no complaints. It seems to be all good, so this field seems to work. It's not leaving stuff behind, but it's probably the famous last words. And all the way back uphill again. There we go, another bale. 48. I don't think we're going to get 50. I think that's pushing my luck, to be honest. But I'll take 48 any day. It's 48 more than I had at the start. And that's how it's supposed to work. And I think I've baled all that now. So there's just 3 fields of grass to cut. So we're all geared up for that. And the corn's nearly there, so that could be one of the next jobs to do. But I think the gateway's down here to get in here. To do this nice sized field here first. Obviously I had to cut the hedge off because I got stuck with the combine. getting used to the map and going around corners, so I'm gonna have to put a fence in there or something. And then there's the rake. Yep, there we go. Here we go, here we go. Now we're in business. Ready to go, ready to rock and roll.